And where are we now? I don't know. This is different and new.
Different and new with old friends.
And a new one.
Oh, don't worry. At least one of us will, for some reason, think we're in Chult at some point.
Listen, it's the
Yeah.
it's the Feywild. I am not ruling out velociraptors.
Yeah, no, I could see it.
I wouldn't either.
Velociraptors are your fear from that campaign? I thought it would be gorillas.
No, I was fine with the gorillas. They never hurt me.
or the crocodile.
Nope. Again, didn't hurt me. That was somebody else's problem because I don't even remember those.
See,
Look, the
Vaughn,
gorillas are okay.
see, Vaughn, now you've implied that like we have normal velociraptors and now we have Fey velociraptors.
Yeah, well, my character can talk to
yeah.
either, so it doesn't matter. You guys
I
will get
imagine the Fey velociraptors have like butterfly wings or something, because of course they do. All of the ferocity of a velociraptor, but it flies now.
Oh, God.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright. My apologies, everyone. There's just a couple last things that didn't save that I've got to add on here real quick.
That's fine. While you're doing that, do we want to just start going around the horn and let people know where they can find us?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, plug socials. Also, Chaco, Hoshi, DM me the stuffs again so that you're not stepping on anybody else. Just so I can do that for that. Thank you.
Wait, which stuff?
The things I was asking about before stream.
Oh.
All right, Draco, why don't you go first?
Hello. You can find me on the Twitter and the Blue Sky at Draco Magnius. You can also find me here on good old Twitch, Draco_Magnius here. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. Monday belongs to Crosscode. Tuesday, we're, well, here, obviously, but when we're not doing this, you can catch me with all of some of our friends here as we do various party games and such nonsense. Wednesday, you can catch me for Legend of Zelda. We're currently still in Triforce Heroes. I gotta get through the desert, which has been a pain in the ass so far. And then maybe we'll go to a haunted house place. Well, ruins, but that's beside the point. Thursday, me and DeLuna play through Dream Drop Distance, where I've named some of our spirits after our friends here. Caitlin was a sheep. That was pretty fun. I don't think there's a fox stream eater, otherwise I would have given you that one.
Tragic, but I'll take it. It's still fluffy.
And of course, yeah, it is very fluffy. It's practically a ball with how fluffy it is, the Dream Eater I selected.
Good.
And on Fridays, you can catch me, Royal Hoshi, Lost Knights, Rod and Rod, Onyx Locket, as they go through Odyssey of Rhapsody of Fire, our own fun D&D adventure, which is starting to wind down near its end. They're heading to Atlantis, or rather, they're already in Atlantis for the most part, and they have to deal with a horrifying eldritch monstrosity like they've never seen before. You know, normal stuff.
I knew that's where the Reptiloids lived.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's... Have you heard of Scylla from ancient Greek myth? They're
Yes.
going to fight that.
Well, they're going to die, okay.
Fun. I mean,
I
they've
have
survived
not.
fighting against the god. They might. But I don't know. Andros is a pretty hardy monk. Although I did nuke him with the sun, to be fair, and he died, so there is that. But that does it for me.
Throw it to somebody else.
Who? Okay, DeLuna, catch!
Oh God! Ah! Hey, hello. Minus 13. We are officially going to be the stream collaborator again. As Draco said, like you'll find me on Thursdays on his channel for the Kingdom Hearts playthroughs. Did we just finish? That's right. We just finished Pinocchio's level on both Riku and Sora, and now going back to go see what Joshua wants to do in Trevor's Town again.
Correct.
And then you'll find me on Saturdays on Twitch the Person's channel for Power to Cyber Strike whenever we can. we all have the ability to make it for that. So hopefully that's this week. But keep eyes posted and all that. We'll figure that out later. That's really it. You can find me on Twitter at Dylan1338 or Twitch, Blue Sky, and YouTube at Dylan13. But yeah, that's it.
Who you throwing to?
Milla, go.
Hello, I am Milan Ninja. I will be taking on the role of DM for this lovely series for all of these goons here. But you can't find me here. You can find me on the Birdie Bird site at Milan Ninja Nerd. You can also find me at twitch.tv/Milan Ninja. Sometimes when I go to stream stuff. Opposite of this stream, you can also catch me at twitch.tv/Jake, where we go through Trials of Eidos Legacy of the Deal Breakers Act 2. Aside from that, other stuff's been real busy on my end, but yeah, that's it for me. Caitlin, go.
Well, Caitlin C37, you can find me on Twitch and Twitter and Blue Sky and places all at Caitlin C37. I do art. Commissions are open, so if people want paintings, that's where they find it. That. Who hasn't done it yet?
I believe Hoshi.
Hoshi hasn't.
Hoshi, take.
And Chaco has.
They do. Hi, I'm Royal Hoshi. You can find me on Blue Sky at Royal Hoshi, and also here on Twitch as Royal Hoshi. I also play in the Friday Games with Draco as he DMs as the Rescue Fires, as I play your lovely favorite Luna, the Time Traveler. Which I'm still waiting for one other thing to happen, which should be interesting, but let's wait and see.
I'll be honest with you. I've been waiting the entire time I've known you to make this joke, but I'm right here.
And you know what?
Haha.
If you think about it, Luna's basically Trunks, Dragonborn Trunks.
Pretty much. Choco, go.
Hello, you found me here. I'm Chocolate Zombie 101 or Choco, whatever you want to call me. You find me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, Chocolate Zombie 101. I streamed the WWE 2K24 early access release last night at midnight. I may stream it again at some point. We don't know. I've also been playing Yakuza Like a Dragon. You find me here on Tuesdays playing The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and then on Saturdays with Deluna, you can find me on twitch.tv/TwitchThePerson for Power Rangers Server Strike, our Power Rangers tabletop RPG campaign where I play our Red Ranger, Marika Hammond. That's all for me. I don't know who's going next.
Hi, I'm the last person, which is typically the way that this always goes. So, hi, you've already found me here at Burnout, twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Blue Sky, at Burnout Vaughn, and you can find me on Patreon at the Burnouts Bar, where eventually I will have time to actually give rewards. I am so sorry. It has been so busy. And it's only going to get busier because this is the first of 3 bi-weekly D&D sessions for long-form campaigns that I have this week.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Ooh.
So look forward to this Saturday, where we'll be getting back into Saved by the Spell, and we might finally finish our field trip arc that almost killed one of our party members. Yeah, gotta love that. But aside from that, then, the following day, on Sunday, we will have our second session of Those Who Wander, where we kind of discovered, actually, like, this during our off week, that our team party is actually like most of the One Piece style comp. We've got a little rubbery boy with a funny hat in Citric. I am basically the party Zoro if Zoro was a sociopath. We got the thief that's also a cat in Onyx, and Zan is basically our Usopp. But yeah, look forward to that, and then on the following week, we will have some more of the Wizard Sips plays where we're in the castle in Resident Evil 4. Oh, I hate that we just procced the walking armors. I have so little ammo. But then, on the following Saturday, because that week's going to be much easier on me, we'll hop back into No No Love War Extra with Zako Duo and Saris, where we are playing through the finally fully American translated, well, English translated version of Fate CCC. Well, Fate Extra CCC. So we are in the Wild West of Fate games. But with that being said, that's everything I got. So, Milla, do you want to take us away?
Yeah, I am more than ready, and ready to kick things off proper. So before we get started, though, I just wanted to thank everybody for hopping on in on Vaughn's stream, for being able to watch this, as well as for Vaughn for hosting this, and also for everybody who was wanting to play this campaign of The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Just a couple of house rules to kind of get out of the way for everybody before they ask. We will be using non-lame criticals for crit damage, so maximum value plus die roll, as well as +2 flanking bonus for AC to hit. If I forget anything else, we can bring it up in post and try to work out the details later. But with that being said, let's dive right into it for tonight's session. The traveling extravaganza, known as the Witchlight Carnival, visits your world once every 8 years. You have a dim memory of sneaking into the carnival as a child without paying for a ticket. That memory has grown foggy over time, though it still conjures a weird admixture of emotions. Wonder and awe mixed with loss and regret. During this childhood visit, your character lost something. You tried to find it, but the carnival owners, a pair of elves named Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, were decidedly unhelpful. "Silly little screeching cricket," said Witch. "You forgot to buy a ticket." "The carnival goes round and round," said Light. "The multiverse is our playground. Nothing's free and nothing's lost. Every visit has its cost." As time passed, your heart became less heavy, and you gave less and less thought to those childhood events. Now, for reasons you can't explain, the longing to retrieve that which you have lost has resurfaced, as though an old spell has faded away, allowing you to feel the loss as sharply as if it had happened yesterday. The Witchlight Carnival has returned, and you find yourselves standing near a ticket booth by the entrance at twilight, just as the carnival is about to open. There you meet others who look as troubled as you. Without knowing how or why, you sense that each of them has lost something as well. Perhaps fate has brought you together. So, Chaco, go ahead and introduce your character for everyone.
Why, hello there. My Vezka Merriment is a wood elf. Stands about 5'7", 5'8". Excuse me. Looks very, very macabre-esque. Has kind of an undercut, black hair with a green highlight, and has what appears to be like some very very, very dark face paint. Very similar almost to like a Dia de los Muertos type of deal. She's dressed in leather armor. Nothing. It doesn't appear to be made of anything super special. And then on top of the armor, she has like an overcoat, almost like a doctor's overcoat. And she's just kind of standing there looking at the others who have arrived at this ticket booth, curious, but also like I would say she's definitely curious at all of the other people here, and just genuinely has a smile on her face, like she's happy to meet everybody.
All right. And the next one that you notice, Deluna, go ahead and describe your character.
So my character is a Roadrunner Kenku with a distinct like orange, or his feathers are blue, except his beak, his claws, and his tail all are a are like a gradient from yellow to orange, and he looks like he's talking to a sword, or except he's not really like he's just looking at it like really intensely.
Next up, Draco. Go ahead and introduce your character.
Hello, I am Tomfalak Marzavar. I am a dragonborn, red with a little bit of black, wearing a purple and green top hat. My entire outfit, some I've heard say it's a bit garish, of course, with all the purples and the lime greens and the light blues, but I like it. He's walking along with a happy skip in his step as he's waiting for his tickets. Oddly enough, he seems to be carrying a purplish teapot that has a like 3D almost floral pattern on it. It's a little odd. He has a smell like nectar or honey to anyone who's close enough to him to smell it.
Interesting. Very interesting. Vaughn, next up, in kind of in contrast to the purples of his, go ahead and describe your character.
Why, yes. Praedykots is a hexblood standing about 6 foot tall, possibly 6'4" if you count the horns, which he has a pair of somewhat stag-like horns growing from his forehead. His entire appearance is kind of weird. His hair has like a grassy texture to it. His skin is a mix of two different like forms of green that seem to be kind of like swirling around or fighting against each other, kind of like a lava lamp. He is wearing a like kind of a cowl slash cape of feathers, vines, branches, and also brambles that don't seem to actually hurt him in any way or cause him discomfort. He has no shirt, and he's wearing pants that look like he's been wearing them for at least 10 to 20 years. And no shoes. And he is standing there smoking on a pipe and looking at everyone very much offensively.
Next up, Caitlin, go ahead and introduce your character.
Oh, uh, Sola is a small little tiefling. Has like almost like a pinkish hue to her skin with large ram-like horns and a lot of blue hair. She's dressed almost a little bit haphazardly. She has like a long, like almost crooked, bunched up skirt with like what looks to be like hand embroidered flowers. Uh, Dark pants, and her socks are kind of crooked and they don't quite line up with each other, and they're kind of tucked into slightly too large boots. Um, there are little tufts of fur coming out of her pointed ears, and she's kind of almost plucking away at a violin with an almost excited, nervous energy as she's looking around.
And last but certainly not least, Hoshi. Go on ahead and introduce your character for us.
Hello, I'm playing Sadra Nightbreeze. She is a half drow, 6'2", red eyes, white haired drow, half drow. She's wearing kind of like a crop top, shirt with pockets on the shoulders and bandages around her forearm all the way up to her hands, with with shorts, high knee boots, and a little button up cape kind of thing that's draped around her waist going down.
All right.
And
And
she's
as
currently and then
Oh, go
she's
ahead.
currently have a sucker in her mouth at all times.
Ah, yes. And as the lot of you begin to, kind of absorb in, the lot that you might find yourselves in, The first stars of night twinkle above the apricot sunset. Giant dragonflies whir overhead, trailing streamers, and the low mist curls over the ground. Through a floral archway, you glimpse wondrous and vibrant creatures. Elf stilt walkers, dancing fairies, and painted performers. Everywhere there is laughter, pixie dust bubbles, and the wistful tune of a whistling calliope. And as you guys are about taking the scenery, let me go ahead and bring you on over to the carnival map proper.
I see why we didn't use this as a thumbnail.
Let's see. What music I have for this? This works. So, as the line just kind of begins to disperse a little bit ahead of you, a silver statue of a dancing fairy is mounted on the roof of this ticket booth, surrounded by fluttering butterflies. The booth is decorated with an animated depiction of the night sky, with shooting stars arcing across it. An elderly goblin perches behind the ticket counter, peering at you quizzically through a spyglass. He lowers the spyglass and calls out to you, "Greetings, fair goers! Come, come!"
So Sola will start to inch her way forward.
Yeah,
Fleck's gonna just rush up as fast as he can.
Brody follows along.
Sagara follows as well.
Let's go. Will also follow.
and Prairie Cots will take up the rear, not trusting anyone.
As he kind of looks at you, he'll just hold up the sight glass and he'll peer through it just to kind of look at all of you. He kind of slouches a little bit forward as he kind of crows a little bit. As he puts out his sight glass, he'll kind of fumble through his papers a little bit. He'll squint as he just kind of... You see him hold up a ledger in front of his face. He then lowers it as he kind of gets... picks up the sight glass again, and just looks at all of you. Oh. Hey. How fortuitous! It seems that, it would appear that somebody has already purchased tickets for you specifically. Yes.
What?
That is fortuitous.
Yes, you can thank a certain generous benefactor seems to have, spotted your purchase for tonight. So, here. And, he'll just kind of shuffle over to a lockbox to his side. He'll pop the lid open, kind of shuffle through it, and he'll present across the countertop 6 tickets. As well as a small paper map.
Bump will take his ticket and the map. Any
So-
idea who the person who spotted our tickets was?
Probably my mistress.
I should probably thank her.
So
Could
for,
you,
for
that
clarity, real quick, we don't know each other yet, right?
Some of you may not. I know a couple of you had talked about the possibility of knowing each other, if I recall correctly, right?
From what the intro sounded like, most of us have not met each other, but we all get the same, like, weird vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Just needed clarity. Okay, carry on.
To that, Brody's little gruff. Okay, no one's gonna ask any questions. You know what? Fuck it. Here, take my ticket.
I mean,
Thank you.
I asked a question.
I actually have a lot. I have a lot of questions. I'll take it. I like free.
No, free shit is good. Free shit is very good. Yes.
I mean, I can't say no to a free ticket.
But why?
I will not question anything.
Oh, Oh, before I forget, if you are to enter the carnival, and he just kind of shuffles, he'll duck out of sight of the counter for a split second, and he pops back up again as the stool that he was sitting on rocks a little bit, and you see there is a set of they look like butterfly wings that are made out of paper mache and silk. Oh, guests who will purchase tickets must wear these wings when they are inside the carnival.
So does that mean we
Alright.
don't wear the wings since we didn't purchase them?
Oh. Let me see.
Lady does make a good point. Plus,
Doesn't matter. I'll wear them anyway. However,
Well,
I mean, same.
the way that the butterfly wings work is that, they basically function as a proof of purchase, as it were, for the carnival. You may return the wings once you leave. But yeah, we ask that you are inside to prove that you have purchased your tickets and you wear the wings inside.
Praedykas will just take the wings offered, loop them around the rope that he uses for a belt, and just have them hang off his hip.
All right. So,
so
Prey, you have yours.
Sola will pluck hers and we'll put them on.
Prey, the ones that you're offered, they're mostly in shades of, like, green and blues. Sola, yours obviously has a lot of blues and pinks in it.
Umps will grab his
Brody
wings.
takes his.
Yep. Let's see. Rudy, yours are, like, basically look like a monarch butterfly. And Duff, yours look like a... what's a good butterfly? Yours are kind of more like... Oddly enough, the more you think about it, these oddly do look a lot like, Dorman's wings, now that you think about it.
Oh, match. Dump will lift up his hat, and there you'll all see a little sleeping dormouse with butterfly wings under his hat. Dump, are you awake? Look, we match.
You might want to turn off
Just
noise
see this-
suppression for Yamila because that got super 8.
It
Oh.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, let me fix
Unfortunately.
this quick. You see this little mouse-like figure just very drowsy, wakes up for a moment, looks down. Well, they kind of do. And then he falls back asleep.
Dump will put his hat back on. Get rest, old friend.
Somewhere in the background, you see stars in Sola's eyes as she saw the little mouse.
Sadara will take her wings.
Your wings look more like a mayfly. Or no, a moonfly. What's the one I'm thinking of? Shoot. Yeah, moonfly. That's the one I'm thinking of. So, the way that the tickets work, you see and as you looked at your tickets, you see that there are basically, they have the display of the Witchlight Carnival on it, and there are like 10 squares, 5 on the top of the ticket and 5 on the bottom of it. And he'll shakily take his hand and he'll just kind of point at the tickets. Certain attractions require punches out of those little squares that are on the ticket. So, some require 1, some attractions are free, some require 2, but whenever you go to enter an attraction, just present your ticket, they will punch it, and you may enter the ride at your leisure for that visit. If you wish to enter more attractions, you're more than welcome to come back here and purchase additional tickets.
How much are tickets?
8 silver pieces.
Not too bad.
That's a good point. Did we have money starting out?
Yes, you did.
Oh, good.
I think everyone starts out with a basic 15 gold.
No, it depends on your background. I only have 10. And if I had played Haunted one like last campaign, I would have 1 silver.
Yeah, I got 15
I
gold
have
from mine.
8 gold from Fey Lost, so you probably have the same, because above game, same background.
Okay.
I have a gladiator. Is there ways to win tickets?
Unfortunately, my friend, I'm afraid the only way you can acquire tickets is to purchase them.
Is there a way to win money?
Well, you can certainly win prizes. There are plenty of attractions where you can test your mettle and might in order to acquire various prizes.
Meanwhile, Predacos is literally just going to reach into one of his pockets, pulled out 10 pieces of very aged and tarnished gold pieces, and just slap them down and get, I believe if my conversion's right, just 3 more tickets for everyone.
Oh.
Ah, yes, very well. How generous of you. He'll just, for a split second, you saw as he was jotting something on the ledger. You see him cross that out and just kind of jot down something else, and then he'll go and present each of you with your 3 additional tickets.
Golly, everyone's so friendly.
You'll look at his very cold dead eyes, and he says nothing.
She looks completely nonplussed and perfectly serious.
It was how much again?
Oh,
It was how much again for a single ticket?
8 silver.
So we have 4 tickets, right?
Yeah, everyone should have
Yes.
4 tickets.
Donka's gonna put his arm around Predacos. I really must thank you, friend. I do appreciate the tickets.
You'll feel
I don't
something
think
very.
we've properly been introduced yet.
You'll feel something. 5 very sharp somethings like next to your side as soon as you put your arm around him. You'll notice that
He'll lift his arm up.
Yep, you'll notice that he already had very sharp-looking fingernails, but brambles actually started sprouting from his skin into claws. He was this close to closing on a primal savagery from you just randomly putting an arm on him.
All right. Don't like to be touched. Noted. I'm Domfalek Malzavar. What is your name?
Pray the Kotsos Lis. And if anyone has Sylvan, that has a direct translation.
Actually,
I believe I do.
I do.
Yes, I do.
Yep, I do have Sylvan.
It is, and it literally translates to exceptional quality, rare vintage.
Do you mind if I call you Praddy? Shorter, easier to say. You can call me Domf.
Pray the Kots.
Also shorter and easier. All right. My good friend Predacos. Oh, and he'll lift his hat again. The sleeping mouse has said, "That's Dorman." Put the hat back down.
You just see a big sleep snot bubble just start to appear from him, just...
Dormant and sleep it, I see.
Yes, he does enjoy his sleep. Also enjoys a nice little bit of tea. Obviously, I have like a thimble around here somewhere. I feel for him.
Sola slides in. Well, golly, if we're making friends, my name is Sola.
Pleasure to meet you, Sola.
A pleasure is all mine. And she'll just kind of run a little musical note just along her violin and just do a sweeping bow.
Miller,
Nice.
real quick. In his
yeah.
mind, like, Rhodey thinks to the sword. Huh. Any read on these people?
As far as, trying to get the buzz on everyone else. Is that what you're asking?
No, like in terms of, like he's basically asking his patron, hey, how do you feel about these people? Because he doesn't know what to think right now.
Let's see. That's a good question.
Like above game, like he has this. If we are going with it, it's the same patron as a certain Dragonborn from the other game.
I see. Well, they certainly seem trustworthy. Well, if you're here to have fun, I think you can lighten up a little bit.
I can try, but no promises.
Hey, you gotta loosen up a little bit. Hey, if you need to collect on that thing, rather make sure you're comfortable about it at least.
Sure. Like out at that moment, like after he's done saying, like he puts he just goes away. Hi, my name is Rhodey. Rhodey Ambertell.
A pleasure.
Nice to meet you. And I'm Syndra, Nightbreeze. And anybody understands Elvish?
I will
Yes.
check.
No.
Nope. Sylvan Draconic Common.
Common, Elvish, Sylvan, and Druidic.
Like I
What's
said,
this
I
you know?
understand Elvish.
I understand Avian.
Well, the ones that know Elvish knows her name's me Bloodthirsty.
That's quite an interesting name that was chosen for you.
Well, my mother picked it for me.
I'm sure she's quite the interesting woman. As for myself, well, my name is Veska, and I'm a physician by trade. So I suppose that means that you're all in my care now. I'll do my best to make sure you're alive and healthy.
Good to have you on board. Never know what mishaps might have at the carnival. Someone might trip or something.
Of
Or-
course.
Worse.
You have no idea.
I mean, I've been to a carnival or two before.
She,
Or
she
have I?
immediately pulls out a journal. Of course, that means now I'll need to know all of your medical histories, but we can cross that bridge when we come to it.
I kind of grew up in a carnival.
There's a story.
That must have been fun.
Yes and no.
I mean, it's a fun coincidence. I've actually worked in a couple myself.
Oh, wow. Got two people that are old hands at carnivals. Probably much more fun. I don't have much of an interesting history. My childhood was spent in the Feywild.
Milla. So I'm kind of flavoring it as all of the knowledge he gets through his background is just from what he got when he was reawoken. So would my character have any knowledge of what a carnival is, since he does not have any nature of his past life? Basically, do you think his patron would deem it important for him to know?
I'll allow you a history check to see if you've heard of anything like a carnival.
Okay, give me a second here. I gotta scroll up on my sheet. 22.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, easy enough. Yeah, you're quite familiar with what carnivals are. Yeah, they're places of merriment where people bring around attractions and people pay to ride the attractions and do fun activities and generally have a good time.
Okay, that's all I really need just to know for just roleplay purposes going forward.
Gotcha.
So, where do we want to head first? It's a big carnival, and I mean, I have my preference, but, we're a group. And we have 2 old hands at the carnival, so he'll open up his paper, look at what they've got around here to go to. Me personally, I'd like to go to that bubble pop teapot, though I am a bit biased. He'll lift his teapot and put it down.
I'll just ask Mila, is there any place that seems like it would be, like, relevant to, my patron? Because I literally just got paged and told to come here.
That's a good question. A very good question. As far as anything interesting that might pertain to your background, I'm sorry, Vaughn. Just a moment.
It's fine, I'm sorry. I know I do this to all my DMs whenever I make a character.
Where did you have that posted? Your notes.
Well, I sent you the I sent you the Word doc. I don't have anything on my sheet, so it depends on what you decide to keep. I will also say my patron is the Archfey of Broken Hearts, Betrayal, and the Abandonment of Love. So if anything fits that, go right ahead.
Well, for Broken Hearts. Well, for anything that's like Broken Hearts, I mean, it's kind of hard because as you're kind of looking over this map, a lot of these attractions seem very antithetical to what you would think your patron would be endowed with, but maybe lost property?
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought too. He will point on the map to lost property. I wish to check this. I was sent here for a reason. This is the closest thing I could find.
Well, I do think I misplaced something here at the carnival a while back, so I mean, I suppose it's a place we could check.
I am open to anything.
Yeah, why
I
not?
mean, heck, the bubble tea pod is on the way to the lost property. We have to pass it anyway. Why not
Very true.
both?
Until I can figure out where
She looks at the map, and then you kind of see her freeze for a moment. Never mind. I think we should just go to lost property.
It's on the way, like you said.
She loops her arm around his shoulder, and she says, "But I don't know about you, but I get a good feeling about you guys, and I think you feel like we have lost something, and we should definitely not go in that general direction. We need to go to the lost property. Eventually."
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I did lose something here a while back, but I wanted to have a little fun first. He pouts.
I suppose the logic sound, though, considering how long it's been, I wouldn't know if they would actually have what we've lost over there, but it's worth a shot.
I don't see where
Hey,
the animals are. So
Hold on. You all lost something here too.
oh yeah,
That doesn't ring any alarm bells off in your head. It kind of does for me.
It was in my first life. It does not matter.
Does his
Yeah, I
ears
lost a
immediately
twin.
perk when he says first life?
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack with what you just said there.
First life, you were reincarnated. She kind of like says that like a question with a question mark, pulls out the journal again.
I was killed. I promised my heart to an archfey. She took it and had a hag revive me. That is how I became like this.
Oh, you've also lost something dear to you to the Fae. I lost my soul. But I got this lovely teapot. Part of a set.
Just completely flat expression with expressionless eyes because they are all black, just staring back at you just like you have given me information. He's not stating if he cares.
He has a strained smile on his face after saying that. Lovely teapot.
So you guys have also had dealings with the Fae?
No, like I said, I spent my childhood in the Feywild. Again, the teapot. I saw it in the woods, and me being a rambunctious child that I was curious and picked it up. And then I was warped to the Feywild, where I spent my formative years. I eventually got back.
Golly, there really is a lot of coincidences in this group.
Well, I was born there, actually.
Question, Milla. So,
Yes.
again, in that backstory, I left it open because, Wizards stopped giving basic age ranges for, races, and I have abused that on every Hexblood I've ever rolled. I put down, years, decades, centuries. Just tell me which of those he's been standing in that grove for.
Probably decades.
I have spent the last several decades guarding a grove that is overlapped with the Feywild.
So, Buddy Veska, have you have any Feywild experience?
Well, much like all of you, I was teleported here as a younger child. I can't quite remember why exactly, but I suppose after I left, I had a hard time being secretive. Maybe that's what they took from me, but I'm not entirely, but it could be not. Aside from that, I spent the majority of my years just living in the wilds, I guess you could say, helping those that would wander near my abode for whatever reason.
If we're all going to be sharing what brought us here in the first place. Last time I came to this little carnival, I was about 19, trying to sneak in for free. Didn't really plan out well. Ever since then, I haven't been able to smile as much as I used to be able to.
I would also point out one thing I forgot to mention in the description. Anybody standing within, I would say anybody who would basically be standing right next to Veska would smell almost like an earthiness coming off of her.
Although, I don't know about you guys, but I can't. Ever since I left this place the first time, I impulsively have to knock on doors before I open them.
Veska looks at him. You too.
You too?
Okay, thank God that was not just me. Oh my God, that has been pissing me off for the last 8 years. You have no fucking idea.
It seems fate has brought us together for some reason.
I just can't tie knots and rope, I think. Although it hasn't really come up a lot. I don't wear shoes.
My mother had to start dressing me.
Also, I
At
just realized
this point, Oh, go
something, so I
ahead.
had to retcon. Praedykots does not have a belt. Does not have a rope for a belt because he wouldn't been able to tie it. He has a regular belt.
Good point.
as you're looking down, as you're looking down at your belt as you make this realization, the rest of you notice this as well. A 12-foot tall walking tree, garlanded in golden ribbons, marches down the thoroughfare. Emerald clouds swirl above the tree and rain down golden spinning sycamore seeds. Fairgoers try to catch the seeds before they hit the ground. As the seeds gently fall, a chatty squirrel scampers along the boughs of the tree, handing dandelions to select passersby.
Praedykots will try to catch one of those because above game I might be able to finagle that to be a spell component I need for when we level.
Hmm.
I too
Yeah,
would like to
go
catch
ahead.
one. But just
Yeah,
for
everybody that wants to, go ahead and make a dex check for me.
Sauter tries to catch the squirrel.
Brody
Here
tries to
we go.
catch it.
Aw, that's
Damn
a
it.
9.
Roll20 has hated me ever since like earlier. Like I've had one good roll.
What happened?
15.
17.
All right. Everyone that rolled above a 10, you managed to catch a sycamore seed. Let's start with. Let's see. Vexa. You. As you catch your seed, a quick flash erupts from it, and it turns into a single gold piece. Sola, yours also turns into a gold piece.
Woohoo! Money.
And Rudy? Huh. Oh, this is interesting considering your minor curse. You gain the following personality trait until dawn. I am easily amused. Any conflicting character trait is suppressed in the meantime. Even though you cannot smile, you're easily amused.
Hey, there's never anything that said I.
You completely cut
Also
out
above-
there.
There's nothing
Yeah,
that said
you
I
cut
couldn't
out.
laugh.
It's true.
It's just gonna look really terrifying when you do.
Meanwhile, Praedykots will have seen that like you get gold from there and be like, oh, they're useless.
Aw, I wanted one. Mm.
You just see Sarah just chasing the squirrel. Come here, little buddy. Come here.
Oh no! Please don't mess with the squirrel, please. As the tree kind of, will gently kind of put his hand out like a whoa, and the squirrel will just kind of dart, further up into towards the tops of the boughs. The squirrel kind of squints at you, and let's see.
She smiles back to the squirrel.
Make an animal handling check. You see as the squirrel relaxes. The squirrel kind of does the spiraling descent off of the tree. And you kind of see that as it does, it stops. First he'll stop up to you, and you just kind of see it just kind of has this bundle of dandelions in its arms. And, these are like mature dandelions, how they have the white heads on them with the seeds.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll just kind of reach at the side, and he'll offer up a dandelion towards you.
She'll grab the dandelion and scratch it behind the ear.
as after it does that, it'll also come up to in front of each of the rest of you and will also offer a dandelion.
Ooh, Solo will take it.
Branson will just look down at the squirrel and just say, what is this for? As beast speech.
Oh. It stops for a second, kind of looks up at you. Oh, you guys tend to make wishes on them and blow the seeds off. Here, as it just kind of looks up and offers you it one.
With the most flat face, he will just blow and see that nothing actually happens, and then he will just be like, I have been lied to. Well, he won't say that out loud, that's his expression.
Above game, would he entertain the idea of making a wish?
If his only wish would be an explanation of why I am here.
Okay, I have to jot something down. Alright. So I have to note this. Alright, so with that noted, do you tell this information to anybody else?
Nope.
It's fine because Solo would have been blowing on it anyway.
I doubt what I have can actually help me understand the squirrel.
The tree will kind of chime in a little bit. Oh, don't forget to make a wish. You make a wish on the dandelions and blow it on them.
Let's
Stomp is going to. Sorry.
Oops. Oh, go ahead. So you see Sola thinking super hard about a wish.
Stomp is not thinking at all, and he immediately blows on the dandelion. His wish being that he wants to have a lot of fun with his new friends. He's hoping he's having a lot of fun at the carnival.
Sadara will blow on the dandelion, wishing that she can find what she needs to help her father.
Sola is going to wish for... She is going to wish for free cotton candy.
Okay. All right. So Rudy, Vexa, what were your wishes?
Veska will kindly take it and blow out the dandelion. She won't say it out loud, but her wish is for the world to recognize her talents, basically.
I think
Which will become apparent later.
And I feel like Rhodey would wish for lips so he could blow the dandelion.
Yeah, like he's trying to blow the dandelion. He literally can't. So, like, he blows air out of his mouth. Like, he lets air go out of his mouth and hopes that actually blows it out.
You know what? Make a con check for this. Let's make this interesting.
Constitution is what you said?
Yep.
A 4.
You're like, help, 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 as you try just to yell help. It takes you a while, but with your best efforts, you do eventually manage to pull out all of the dandelions. What was Rudy's wish?
His wish right now would basically be like, let whatever is happening make itself known. Like, because in his mind, there's too many coincidences for this to be just random happenstance. The fact that all 6 of them were here before and now they all came back is weird to him.
Gotcha.
Like, he is a very cautious fellow, which kind of works in terms of what he is.
All right. As you all look at your wishes, or in the process of blowing out your dandelions, the squirrel will just kind of take its little pause. It'll just kind of mime a little clap, and the tree will just kind of wave its hands, and you just kind of see the boughs and the branches shake. Yay! You made your wishes.
And that
May
wasn't
they
very
always
easy
come
for some of
true.
us.
Oh, it's all right. We all have our difficulties with things. I mean, as the tree kind of pauses for a second as it takes one of its hands and just kind of pulls up. Let me see if I can find him.
If you would blow from your diaphragm, you would blow it out sooner.
I don't need to hear this. I've been going through this for the last 27 fucking years.
Boy, your mic hated that.
Sorry about that. But he's just like I don't know if you heard whatever you heard, but I'm gonna be like, I don't need to hear that. I've been I've been going through that for 27 fucking years. People making fun of me for not being able to blow into stuff. I'm a bird, damn it.
Hey, it's all right. Who's making fun of you?
Sorry.
Try and give me advice.
Little touchy about that type of stuff. I'm sorry. Okay?
I mean, under Solus's breath, she it looks like she had like a very like mischievous grin, and then she just kind of just flattens her mouth for a little bit, and she just whispers softly, "Man, that must really blow."
He looks over at her. I heard that. You know what? Starting to like you.
Vesco will put a hand on Rhoda's shoulder and say, well, sir, if you ever need help, just let me know. I have a certain way with things. And here, just as a demonstration, she's gonna cast Druidcraft and basically just produce a puff of wind.
Also, I'm really sorry. I had to step away for a second because my mother knocked on the door. What was that?
Rhodey looked over. I heard that. You know what? I'm starting to like you. You're sarcastic.
Don't you have blood notes on your beaks too?
Yes, but it's a whole thing, okay?
Didn't you use that to blow it out?
Look, you're confusing regular raven kenku with roadrunner kenku. We're a different species.
But you're both birds.
No, it's just
That's
like
that's like saying all drow are like. How's that sound?
I'm not fully drow.
You fooled me, lady. You are tall like drow. Of course, I'm only 4 foot nothing, so everyone's tall to me.
Well, you hope you have fun. As the tree just kind of looks around, there's a few other kids that try to grab at some of the seeds as they're spinning around, and a couple of them, let's see. A couple of them do manage to grab something. A couple of them start giggling. And then one of them is just like, I got the coin, I got a coin! Hey, no fair, that's mine! As they just kind of begin to dash around the trunk of the tree, and then they go to dash off. Always so much fun to see the children smile. Well, I guess I better keep going. As you see the tree just kind of limber side to side as it just kind of stops and makes its way up further up the drag.
Thump will wave. Goodbye, Mr. Tree. Goodbye, Mr. Squirrel.
Oh, goodbye! You can call me Northwind, and the squirrel's name is Red.
All right.
Hey,
Goodbye, Mr. Northwind in red.
I have an uncle named Red.
Well, we said we were going to go explore. I think we said lost property, yes?
Yes.
And then she steps out to... Oh, am I not allowed to... Oh, I can't move my character. Oh, no.
Oh.
Either way, she steps out to the road and she goes in the completely wrong direction.
Just say above
The
game.
exact opposite.
Meanwhile, in another universe, Red sneezes.
That's
Solo, you're going the wrong way. It's... And he'll point down the right side of the road.
Happily marching down. Just taking in all the music and noise.
Because of what happened to him, Rhodey's just gonna start laughing.
Dear.
Well, that
What
certainly
did you-
was an experience, wasn't it?
Yeah. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna borrow that token for a second.
About game real quick. Mel, did you check, see what I messaged you?
Let me double check here. Oh yes, Rhodey, yes.
Yep, that's the pronunciation. Just wanted to get that clear.
Yeah, my apologies for that. Thank you
No
for
worries.
helping me elaborate.
I was like,
All right, so, just to get back on track here, as you guys make your way over towards lost property.
Nope. So Solo
Oh.
went in the opposite direction.
Oh, you're going towards
Her-
the teapot.
Yep.
All right.
More specifically,
so-
she's probably going towards the mystery mine. But, yep.
Oh, okay. You're gonna wander towards the direction of the mystery mine. Is anybody else gonna go with her, or are you guys gonna make your way to lost property?
Dump pointed the way to lost property, but if it seems like she's not turning around, you'll probably grab her by the shoulders and
That's about-
show her the map.
I was
and
about to say,
direct-
like,
Go.
Praedycots would already be walking that way, not waiting.
Yeah, Saru would probably go grab her, pick her up, and just walk her the right way.
Like a football.
Oh, all right then.
You don't mind this way.
I was
Oh,
imagining
okay.
a cardboard cutout. Just under the arm.
Yeah, she takes it.
As she goes in her little side pouch bag and pulls out a sucker and hands it to Sola.
Woo! I love new friends.
All right.
about game.
Outside
Wow,
the-
she is Snack's daughter.
Yes.
Outside the lost property wagon is a large feline creature with midnight blue fur. It has a pair of tentacles extending from its shoulders and wears fake butterfly wings. Hanging from its collar is a small wooden keg. The creature roughhouses with two young boys. One boy squeals, "Again, Durla, again!" while the other hangs on the creature's neck. And you all see this.
Ooh.
Art.
Ooh.
Oh!
Ooh.
That is fucking
Pretty.
badass.
Oh, I want to go talk to it.
It's a six-legged panther with wings.
Yeah. I'm going to keep Dorman under my hat where he's safe.
The more,
Like
the
above
moment-
game, like I'm like, holy shit, that's cool. In character, Brody is instantly nervous when he sees
Actually, no.
this
I
thing.
just realized I'm looking at the art. That's a displacer beast with two like butterfly wings taped to its tentacles.
Oh yeah, no. That is exactly what it is.
So this is what happened with Sandra. Solo, you get dropped, and she immediately goes towards the kitty.
That's a cat. That's a big cat. Not really the best, best situation for someone like me.
Sindara will, you'll hear in Elvish, actually, as you draw closer. You hear this creature speak. No, yes, I can play with you a little longer. Easy now.
So you like kids, don't you?
Well, yes, I have to watch the children. It's rather tiresome work when their parents decide to leave them with me to wander about. But as you see that there's a right next to this creature, there's actually a bit of toys that are kind of next to it. The other child that's with them is just kind of rifling through it. Let me see what else you've got in here. Oh. What's this? And as it just kind of shuffles out, you see it holds up this like mirrored ball. And upon seeing that, this creature just kind of stops. And you hear it all of it just in a very harsh tone. You put that down right now. This instant. Run! As it lets out a shriekful roar at it. And actually, you see it take one of the tentacles and just kind of bat it out of its hand. The child is obviously shocked as this is going on. And it's like... it just... You see the kid just turn tail and run the opposite direction.
What's so special about the ball? Breathe. Breathe.
I'm... Oh
Breathe.
no. I'm so sorry. That ball was very important to me. I don't let other people touch that. I'm so sorry. Please.
Why do you
Will
have
you
it
go
where
after
they
that
can't
other
do it?
child, please? I need to keep watching this, please. I beg you.
Okay. And she goes after the child.
All right.
I would say
Where you
I would
going?
I would say also Prairie Cots would do this, but in a much less subtle way. So you said survival?
Yep. Survival check.
Survival.
Wow.
Support.
If I wasn't streaming, I'd be refreshing Roll20 right now.
You know, while they're chasing after her, you said there's a chest of toys here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I quickly just look to see what kind of toys are in there before heading off with the rest of the group?
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
11.
Well, let's see. You see there's a few balls. There's a couple of rackets. Like croquet rackets. There are... a few odd wooden toys. Like there's a few playing blocks. There's a weird like marionette puppet that just kind of got thrown in there. You don't see anything else that you think might be close to, the thing that you lost.
Lots of fun toys, but no Lieutenant Stephen. Oh well.
You know what? Screw it. This could also take a peek over there.
All right. So while this
That's
conversation's
even worse.
going on, while this conversation's going on, Sindara, it takes you a little bit, but there's a few other stalls that are nearby the lost property, and you kind of look, you see a pair of feet sticking out, and you see a small boy. And as you kind of go over to investigate, you see there's a small boy that is kind of hiding underneath the stall. I'm sorry. What did I do?
She does a somersault in front of the child and looks at him up. She does a handstand, looks at him. Said, now, no need to be sad. Always ask permission before you touch people's stuff. He was upset because that's a special thing. He don't want people touching it without asking.
Give me a persuasion check.
And she pulls out a sucker to give it to him. Persuasion. That's perception and persuasion. 10?
A 10. Let's see. Yeah, as the boy just kind of looks at you a little bit. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to play. I didn't know. I'll behave. And he'll make his way out and just kind of reach out for the sucker that you're offering him.
She will then give him the sucker and picks him up and put him on her shoulder as she walks him back.
Meanwhile, while that's going on, everybody else back with the displacer beast. I'm sorry. That ball was very special to me. It was my cub's ball.
Oh.
Okay, is he saying this in common or is he saying this in Elvish?
In Elvish, he's saying this.
Never
Or in Elvish, there's-
mind.
So Brody has no idea what the hell he's saying other than he's just roaring.
Stomp blinks. Do you speak Sylvan by any chance?
I do. As you see it just kind of change its tone, and yes, it does speak Sylvan.
Ah, that's better.
Ah, okay. Sorry, I don't speak Elvish personally. This is much easier.
I'm surprised. Elvish is the more common language. Out of everything here, Sylvan's a little harder.
Well, you know, when you spend your childhood in the Feywild, you pick up a few things.
But yes. And in Sylvan, it'll continue. The ball belonged to my cub. Star.
Aww.
Where is your cub?
I don't know. But Star's been missing for so long, that's all I have to remember them by.
Would you
Well,
happen to know the last place you saw them?
Well, they were here with me in the carnival, but they vanished many years ago.
So you lost something here too. Is that why you're here in the lost and found section? Or lost items?
Well, I mean, it's mainly because of Mr. Witch and Mr. Light that I am here. They have given me a good place to relax, to try and help out children, and I try to help out children in exchange. I mean, it's fair trade, to be honest. And it's at about this point that, Sindara, you make your way back with the boy.
So I had a question.
Yes.
Pradicot's also went looking for the child, but he rolled a 2. I have a flavor for this. Will you let me do it?
Sure, go for it.
You also see Prairie Cots coming back with his hand around the back of the neck of another random unattended child. Which he just he unceremoniously drops in front of Durla.
So, who's your friend?
I thought this was the child.
That's a different child.
He just gives the hum and does not elaborate.
I mean, it's an easy mistake. All children look the same.
Nod.
I mean,
Elvin, where are you? And you just kind of hear it's like, oh, there, bye. And you just kind of see as the child runs off and back towards their mother.
you took them from their parent?
They were unattended. I thought they were the child.
You know what? Fair.
It makes sense to me.
Faz kid just shrugs. She doesn't care. The kid made it back to her parent all right, and that's all she cares about.
Yeah.
And at this point, yeah, as the child goes running off, Sindara, and you walk up and you have the boy around your shoulders.
Hello, I'm back.
Oh, thank you. You found Alowin. Thank you.
As she picks him up and sets him down, and now what you say to the nice kitty?
I'm sorry. In common, they're saying, I'm sorry. As it is confused, it just kind of looks up. Did I say? I'm sorry, my puppet is lacking.
Gomph will say in Sylvan, he apologized.
Oh. Thank you. Yes. As I was telling your friends, and you hear the Displacer Beast talking English. I'm sorry. My name is Durlagron. The ball belonged to my cub, Star. When I saw Alowin touch the ball, I just snapped, and I didn't want anybody else touching it. So, thank you though for finding him. I really, truly mean it.
No, it's no harm to you. It's just a natural reaction.
Sindara will walk up to him and pet his forehead and put her head on his. It's okay. It belongs to your cub. Of course you'll be upset if somebody touch it.
Truly, I have. If only I knew where they were. I really didn't. They just
When
kind of
was-
see Durlagod's head just kind of droops at that. And as he kind of droops a little bit, the other boy just kind of says, "Can I have a drink?" And it just kind of goes for the jug, and it's getting the read of that, he'll just kind of instinctively lift their head up, and just kind of see Durlagod will just kind of take one of his tentacles, kind of reach for a cup, and just kind of put it down there, and he'll take another tentacle, and he'll open the spigot that's at this keg around its neck, and after a little while, it'll go over and reach it back towards the head, the cup over towards Alowin.
Huh.
And it smells really sweet.
Mm.
And
No,
as
it's
as Alowin will drink it, that helps. Thank you. And
So I
just
know
kinda
it's
go
not,
over-
but I want to think that that was the cup that he got was like one of those styrofoam Dixie cups.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, it's basically one of those. It's a paper cup for all intents, but yeah.
Meanwhile, at this point, Prairie Cats just be like, do you handle only children or do you run the lost and found?
Let's see. Well, I do handle the lost and found things, but I also tend with any children who may be missing their parents or are misplaced, but as far as anything that's lost and found, and he just kind of points over towards the truck that's kind of nearby. Well, that's half the things there. Tends to be a lot of other things. Hold on. And then you see Duragon just kind of pick himself up. You'll just kind of move over towards the wagon. Well, what is it you're looking for? I
You
mean,
know,
we've
Mr.
only just opened. We shouldn't have that many lost things around here, but you never
You know-
know.
This is probably very unique, so I'm sure that it would stand out in a second. Have you found my handwriting?
Handwriting?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't think I would be able to take your handwriting.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
So that
Mine
also
should be.
so that must also be a no for a sense of fashion as well.
Meanwhile, Prairie Cats just walked right up to this chest and is just sifting through to see what they see.
Yeah, you see a bunch of balls, some rackets. You kind of saunter through a little more. You do see that wooden marionette.
And nothing that reaches out basically says, this is why you were literally summoned to the Feywild.
Nope.
And he'll just callously drop whatever he
Full,
was
I'm-
holding and walk back and just be like, it was not here.
Full chime in. Mine's a little easier. I misplaced a toy, little tin soldier, red uniform, black hat, named Lieutenant Steve.
Let me check real quick and see if it's here. And you see Durlagon just open the doors, make his way inside. Takes a few minutes, he goes back up. No, there's something like that here, sadly.
Dang.
Well, I suppose that's a no for me too. Don't you have my sense of secretiveness. That's more metaphorical than it is a physical thing.
Very true.
I'm
Lost.
curious, where would you store the lost metaphorical concepts?
Yeah, like the ability to smile.
I mean, alcohol might help with that.
Trust me, I tried.
Maybe, I don't know. Perhaps maybe talking with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, maybe.
How would we go about that?
Well, that's the thing about Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. I've noticed that they've been on edge as of late, but I can't necessarily figure out why. Maybe if you were to... They usually keep themselves in the staffing area when they're not keeping about their duties. Maybe if you're to sneak in behind the big top? But... I don't know. Maybe if you were to spy on them, maybe, but I just want to figure out why they're on the edge.
Hey, can't you just take us there?
Now, not that I'm not up for a sneaking mission, but do you think we could speak to them? I imagine there's got to be a show, right?
Well, there is the big top extravaganza that happens at midnight. Otherwise, maybe if you were to be the Witchlight Monarch, basically at dawn, whoever helps to raise the spirits of around the carnival the most is dubbed the Witchlight Monarch, and apparently there's a large ceremony in which they crown the monarch, so if you don't want to stick around, maybe doing something like that then, but
Dom's eyes light up. That sounds like a lot of fun! I want to be the Witchlight Monarch. So we
Well,
have to
since-
spread joy.
Sola just kind of does a little ditty on her violin. I mean, we've got a couple of people, it sounds like, who at least have some showmanship.
maybe you could put those skills to use during the big top extravaganza. Usually they have a bunch of acts performing there.
Question: are there any large animals here?
Well, they've
Like
got
you
the
said.
they got the gondola swans. Literally giant swans that swim around the Silver Swan Lake. And you just kind of see Durlagod takes one tentacle and point that way. Or you've got the giant dragonflies over at the dragonfly rides. And it takes the other tentacle and points that way. Or, if you're real keen, one of the main attractions is actually the snail racing. And it takes the first tentacle and points it back over this way. Usually that's one of the bigger events that happens in the carnival.
So what I'm hearing is we should go play.
I like the sound of that.
And again, thank you for helping me with finding Halloween.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm used to it, especially at our carnival. I normally deal with the big animals anyway, or special animals.
I want everybody to go ahead and give me an insight check.
Okay.
Can do.
This will be funny.
Oh, that nat
Nat
20 on the other
one.
side.
10.
You know, I'm gonna take
Lot
it
of
one of the best
tens.
rolls I've had all night.
Alright, play the kit. You see that upon the mention of children, Vexel, you'll get this as well. Durlagod is still hung up on the fact that, about their missing cub. Especially when they mentioned finding lost children.
So that was all we got from that. Like if we had over, like I said, a 10, I guess.
Yeah, I'll say Dop will get that as well.
Well, Prairie Cots will not
Don't
care,
fold.
and we'll start walking towards the snail races.
Same Vesca would be like, I sure hope he finds what he's looking for. But we have other matters to attend to.
I'll look down at Durlagod. No, I can keep an eye out while we're going through at the very least, see if we find Star anywhere.
Really?
Not a fair
You would
thing
do
to
that?
I don't see why not.
Well, here. And you'll see Durlagod just kind of reach down and grab the mirror ball with the tentacle, and he'll offer it to you. This was their favorite toy, after all. Might be worth something if you have it.
Ah, then I shall take it, and hopefully I can give it back to Star.
All right. All right. So you have a mirror ball.
All right. Upon getting that, Domp will follow the others, looking longingly at the bubble pop teapot if they're going to pass and go straight to snail racing.
Depending on which way they go, you see Sola give that particular center area a little bit of a wide berth.
I will say one other thing. Like, when they get there, Predicats is going to try to get as close to front row seats as possible.
All right. So, let me go ahead and set the scene, and I think it'll be a good time to take a quick break once I do. Oh. The grandstands next to the race course are filled with cheering fairgoers, ringing bells, swinging rattles, and waving flags. On the starting line, 8 giant snails are having their shells scrubbed by pixies. Above the circular course, a wooden gantry hangs from the branches of a central tree, where 2 goblins officiate the proceedings. So, yeah, you see there's this racetrack, and as you see all these pixies, polishing up these shells, yeah.
We see the pixies, and Sola just kind of comes to a dead stop. Oh. She starts plucking at her violin nervously.
Predicats is just trying to see if there's any sign of how to identify the snails.
Each of the snails has a rope that's tied around their shell, and each of them has a color that's on them. There are 8 snails that are currently there. There's one with pink flags, and then blue, purple, green, yellow, orange, red, and black. Oh. Hello. Are you perchance interested in the snail races?
Yes.
We could use some jockeys for the next race.
Tyra just starts walking towards them.
Jockeys.
I was about to say,
Domp's
Predicats
gonna
will
run
walk up.
All right. So, what snails do you guys want to walk up to?
Just pick a color at random.
Purple.
Yeah, I was about to say, pick a color at random, just give it to me.
Okay. Predicats, you walk up to the pink snail.
That's fine. He will be instructed how to be saddled up.
All right. Oh, this one's Shelly Boo. Vex, you are show over towards the green one. Oh, this one's Quick Leaf.
I was going to ask for the green snails, so you read my mind.
All right.
Purple.
All right.
Domp's
You walk
gonna
up
go
to the
for. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
All right. I also have to take notes for this. I will get this race thing set up, and then we.
That's fine. Just find out who's racing what, and then we can have our break.
All right.
Okay,
So.
okay.
They'll race. Brett, you have Shelly Moo. Vexa has the green one. This one's Quick Leaf. Rudy, you said you were going for blue, right? Or which one were you going for?
I didn't say which one I was going for. I was actually wondering which one was left.
Okay. There are blue, purple. Oh, purple was being taken by Sidara. Never mind. Speaking of which, purple. This one is called High Road. Yes. Yeah, so
Yeah,
there is.
he would go with the purple
Oh, purple's been
Purple's
taken by
taken.
Sinara.
or blue. Then yeah.
All right, so blue is Nimblefoot.
But they ain't got feet.
I heard High Road, and my first thought was this book made a this book missed a crucial chance to make a joke, and instead of naming it High Road, name it High Ground. So then you could when you're racing them, say it's over. I have high ground.
All right, so Dom, what are you racing?
I would have taken purple, but that one's taken. I will take the black shelled one.
All right, so that is Queen's Majesty.
Ooh.
All right, and then lastly for Sola, we have yellow, orange, and red.
Well, first things first, as she sees the pixies, does she see any one familiar amongst them?
No, you do not.
A little hesitantly, she'll take the orange one.
Oh, have fun with Wizzy.
It's a good name. A strong name.
All right.
I can't stop myself. I'm a little surprised the yellow one wasn't named Wizzy.
Listen, they
No,
can't all
that
be
one's
old
called-
Marvel characters.
That one's
I
called
mean-
Flower Flash.
The orange one is just if you
Also
don't
good
drink
name.
enough water.
Otherwise, red is also called Breakneck. All right. So, welcome one and all to the next iteration of Snail Racing. We ask that as we set up the racers, we are to remind everyone. We only ask for the best sportsmanship when it comes to these races, and we kindly refrain and do enforce that you do not use any magic in the course of these proceedings. If we find that you are cheating with magic, you will be promptly escorted from the carnival. By mounting up on these snails, you agree to these terms. So, with that out of the way, Snail Riders, are you ready?
I thought we were taking a break.
I'll set up the scene and then we'll cut the break.
Well, then I will just do what I was going to do beforehand. Before the race even starts, you'll all hear Praedycots make a very, like wet hissing noise, kind of like a... And all of the snails will hear, because of beast speech, if the snail I am riding doesn't win, I am killing every single one of the snails here.
Oh, I understand that. Cause, yeah. Large size mythical beast.
But yeah, should I roll an intimidation check on the snails?
Sure, roll an intimidation check.
Oh no.
Nat 20.
Oh.
Seems like it's not gonna be much of a race suddenly.
It's at
I
that
will-
point that, again, also everyone would see just for a brief second thorns and brambles sprouting from his hands into claws as he is basically saying, do not fuck with me.
Alright.
Well, my eyes use it. If I don't win, I will break all your necks. And I'm doing the exact same thing.
Oh no.
These poor things are going to
Snails.
suffer from so much anxiety.
As she brings out her warhammer.
Well, I think I won that still.
I mean, what?
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
well,
Dom's
yeah,
just
you do
doing his
definitely
thing.
skip it. Alright, well, as the snails kind of shock up at that, you hear the two goblins in the central tree say, Riders, to your marks! Get set! Go! And we will cut the break.
All right.
Yep, I'll
First
throw up the...
session, and we've already committed crimes against nature.
I have
No,
not.
I did not actually
I
cast the
have
one
not.
spell that could have also made this even easier for me.
But magic's not allowed. But Warhammers are.
Also, they would have specified also the attacking the other riders too. So
Wait, what?
Again, it's much easier when you can talk to animals and let them know that you will tear them apart, which is a lot of what my job was before coming here.
And I was the one raising and teaching animals. That was my job. So we in the same boat.
Meanwhile, Dolph just petting his snail. It's okay, Queen's Majesty. You go when you feel like it.
We're about to have a
Alright.
SpongeBob scenario.
Saying the exact same thing.
Brody's just here for the fun. He doesn't give a shit if he wins or loses.
That's because it's just here.
Listen, I was called in on my day off to fix a problem. They didn't tell me what the problem is. I have been given minimal ways to fix this problem. He is taking it.
I don't know why I thought for a second like I've been given minimum wage.
Oh, no. No, Caitlin, you need to understand. There's literally, since I've started like doing YouTube shorts for the clips from YouTube, there's literally one from when we were playing through AI the Nirvana Initiative, where my buddy's like, who I play with, Zako, he's like, man, we just had this super deep talk about the nature of human like life on the planet, how we should all get along, and you just shilled your Patreon. At which point I go, yes, but also on this stream I admit I'm not paid a livable wage. I want to eat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair point.
So I can very much deal with my character.
As somebody who currently doesn't have work, I feel you.
But yes, I will take this time to take another bathroom break.
I should probably get up and do the same.
I'm going to sit here and think of if I can figure out a way to to win.
I just want to say, Kaylin, I'm already enjoying Sola's chaotic energy.
Ah, thank you. I feel like chaotic energy is just my butter, my jam and butter. I'm enjoying everybody's characters so far.
I am too.
Mine's nice until you piss her off.
Mood.
Let's.
I am returned.
The best part about being a true neutral character, if it doesn't pertain to Veska's role or job, she's not going to go out of her way to do anything about it.
Yeah, I was talking with Zan from Those Who Wander along with Saris the other day, and I play basically every one of my characters starts at true neutral. Whatever happens, that's what dictates their alignment. Except in the one game where it hasn't happened yet, but it might happen in the future, where I was invited to play in an evil campaign. Yeah, it still might happen, so I'm not going to talk too much about that.
It makes me wonder, like, from start to finish, where Enoch finished at in terms of alignments.
I want to say neutral good. Because, I mean, he ended up as a single teen parent with a burgeoning romance with a princess about to fight a snake war. He was just doing his best.
I have returned.
I think I only did one evil campaign. But we all started off good, and then we got to the final boss, and mind controlled the barbarian, and that was horrible. Well, no, he killed the barbarian. Now I'm about to onto his side. Got two people on his side, and then I was left by myself. And either I had a choice of joining them or dying.
Yeah, well, what I can reveal about this campaign is that it is also a super high level campaign. We are all playing 17th level characters that are basically shaping the background of a certain setting. So
Oh, neat.
yeah, and that's the other, like, as I told you guys during session 0, I might have slightly repurposed their, like, backstory for Prey to Cots, because I still want to play this idea, but I have no idea if that game's ever going to go out of limbo.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Also, I just really
Yeah,
like Hexblood, so I'm also probably going to do something here after this that will make everyone go, what? And the, like, 7 people in chat who watch Women to See will go, he did the thing!
All right.
I've played I've played every character on the moral spectrum at this point. Like Vesca's true neutral, Lilith was neutral evil, and Elise was chaotic good. So
Oh, Caitlin, let me know when your character eats that sucker too.
Oh, she immediately popped it in her mouth. So
Oh, that was alcohol infused.
good
I
to
came
know.
back to
Don't drink and
that was
snail!
You gave one to a child.
I was about to say that.
Not all of them are alcohol.
Some of them are. apparently.
How strong is the sucker?
Okay.
Yeah, is that hard liquor? Is it beer?
Or are we talking like wine cooler level?
Oh, they're like the hard seltzer suckers.
64, so that one is
I hope for something
You
good.
have a chart for this.
Boo Raspberry Lemonade Vodka.
Oh, you about to get fucked up!
Good.
Like, that is one of the 2 hard liquors I had to swear off of in real life, so get ready.
Bro, I love me a good vodka. That sounded delicious.
Alright, well then, are we all back?
Yeah.
Alright, then let me just switch over back to the game screen.
I was about to say she just had a white claw lollipop.
There is one.
Ooh.
Okay, is
All
anyone
right.
else getting Spyro vibes from this song?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
So,
This
Welcome
gives me
back,
Spyro the
everybody.
Dragon levels of music.
Yeah.
So, the way that this is gonna work, there's really no initiative involved. Basically every round, I'm going to ask for you guys to make an animal handling check. Just to see if you can if you wish to spur your snails along in order to try and make them go faster. And basically how your animal handling checks work will determine how much farther or slower your snails will go. So,
I might have to murder some snails after this.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
I know we said no magic. What I do have, however, though. I'm gonna give it to myself.
Does that count as magic, though?
It's not magic. It's just music.
I'll allow it.
Woohoo!
Alright, so. Hey, everybody, go ahead and give me an animal handling check.
All right.
20.
16.
13.
Seven.
12.
Alright.
I just want you to imagine that Solo's just playing the violin version of this ditty that's going on.
Alright.
Oh, Lord, I just
So I'm
realized
just
Soul is
having
our
to-
Lindsay Sterling.
Yes, pretty much.
So that's
Also, remember the last time we had a race in this group, it was with a T-Rex.
Mhm.
Yep.
It sure was.
What?
And we cheated the
Yep.
shit out of that
You
one
scaled
too.
it down.
That's right. I
Mhm.
remember that.
This one's a little more difficult to cheat. All of us speak level 2.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's gonna be the first round. Give me another round of animal handling checks.
I have a question. Can I
Yes.
also add fervor intimidation checks? Because again, he was 100% serious. He is going to kill anyone that makes it so that way he loses.
As much as I want to see the hell I have to just go off. These are all also. This will also be taken into a factor. Let's see. So yeah. Round 2 animal handling checks.
Yep, 19.
18.
14.
18.
15.
15.
Okay. Let's see. All right, so
Oh man, Robot just actually reminded me in chat. I forgot. We turned Tyrant Bane into that T-Rex.
Yep.
That's right. We did.
No, I thought it was we turned Ruin to the T-Rex and Tyron Bane was the one who rode. Wasn't that what it was?
I would have to go
You're
back and
right.
check because again,
I
it's
wanna
been
know.
over a
Ruin did
year.
turn into the T-Rex. Yeah.
Rue is the one was Druid, and then Tyrant Bane was the jockey.
Or it might have been the other way, because I thought you casted polymorph on him.
Don't remember which it was. It was one
It
of
was
the
one or
two.
other.
I'm gonna say Robot is one of the
Yeah.
2 people who are dedicated to watching all of Chulta personality. I think he's right.
It might be.
Mm.
Actually, it would probably make sense considering I probably had the high animal handling. So I probably was the
Yeah,
jockey.
that's true.
Also, I imagine we've only
Someone's
moved
really
2
running
feet.
away with this.
Oh no! You realize as you take off, you think, oh, this isn't gonna be that fast. Whoa, you guys are struggling the heck out of us. These guys have a movement speed normally of 80 feet per round.
Yeah.
Oh,
God damn.
Per round?
Yes,
These are
These-
fast snails.
yes, these are
Brody
your...
is,
Mm.
again, he can't smile, but you could see he is clearly excited about this. He is laughing and having the best time of his life right now.
Trump's definitely hanging on to his hat, hoping that Torment is okay in there.
And we're off as we're making it into the first turn away. Oh, look at that! It's neck and neck between Shelly Moo,
They're
Flower
4
flash.
wide in the back.
Wizzy in the front. Oh no! Quickleaf is struggling to bring up the rear. Followed closely behind from the rear by Breakneck, and right in front of them is Queen's Majesty, as well as Nimbleroot. And as we break into the turn, Shelly Moo is maintaining their commanding lead, contested solely by Flower Flash, as well as Sola. Meanwhile, Breakneck is starting to catch up a little bit, barely making it up to Duff. Meanwhile, Nimbleroot and High Road are neck and neck right behind the leaders of the pack. And I'll need everybody to make another round of animal handling checks.
Quick question. Could I attempt
Yes.
to cheat?
Cheat how?
Simple. Since I don't need a material component for this. Be spawned. I can speak telepathically to my snail. And also a few other things.
Alright, that's where I'm going to put my D6.
ooh, everybody's getting low roll.
At which point,
13.
pray to Kotz before he does his animal hand and we just go, I was not lying. I will kill all of your friends in front of you. And it's just telepathic message.
14.
6.
Alright, let's see.
12.
9.
Seems like everybody's struggling except Rudy trying to catch up a little more. Let's see. Nibberroot. Actually.
It's okay. Feywild rules. Turns out the person last actually wins.
Right?
Actually, I do
It's
have a
like
question.
golf.
I do actually have a question because I just finished reading through Bespawn because it's a spell that I put on this subclass so that way people would learn it. Could I entice my snail to be aggressive to other snails because it has advantage against attacks against creatures within 5 feet of me?
Not sure. Also, give me a sleight of hand check to go ahead while you're casting that spell for me there, too.
Okay, I would just flavor it as, again, he's just a big cloud of smoke, like, came from his pipe and his, snail went through it. So let's see here, sleight of hand. 12.
Okay. Let's see. Who am I missing for the other? There. Tara. That's.
I think that's everyone.
Yeah, I'm just jotting down distances here. Yeah, 15.
Approximately how big would you say this track is?
It's about 480 feet total in circumference. We're getting to about the halfway point.
Okay.
So almost half a mile.
Mm-hmm. Well, 400 feet, so it's about... Yeah, 400 feet. 480 feet total.
About a third of a mile then.
Scale-wise, you know, for flavor. Crap. I lost track of where I was. Hold on. Or... Oh, here. Tough. Alright. And as we make our way to the front point, oh, what's this? Shiny Moose losing a little bit of ground. Nimbleroot is taking up the lead, also followed closely, neck and neck with Queen's Majesty. Bringing up the rear is Flower Flash and Wizzy, as well as Shelly Moo. This is a real contested race. Below, what's this? Seems like something's going on over with Shelly Moo.
So what should I roll?
Deception, I guess.
Oh, okay. All I
No,
did was blow smoke and make a telepathic communication, but I'll do it. Give me a second here. Deception. That's an 18.
Okay. You managed to pass off the fact that you're not casting the spell for this. You're lucky.
Man,
Alright.
I rolled the highest twice. How am I in the rear? What is that?
Wait a minute. 100, 200. Oh, that's right. I misjudged it. Hold on a sec. What was your scan?
My first one was 20, my second one was 19, and then
Yep.
my
And then you
third
rolled an
one
8.
was 13.
Oh, 13.
There's the +5 from Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, right. Okay. So... Oh, Wizzy's barely managed to pull ahead!
Play it
Alright,
good, man.
another round.
I'm gonna give myself another bardic inspiration.
Fancy version of Turbo.
5.
16.
5.
Ooh, 19.
21.
11.
Natural 1, which I... Again.
Redicus is stressing his snail out. Don't want
I mean, he is again actively being like, any snail that tries to get past, you should hit them.
So
It
if
really
a,
is just
so if
funny
a snail
that way.
could spin out, what would it look like? The wrecking behind us. The wrecking behind us.
I did not plan to give it a snail anxiety disorder this session, but I guess that's what life is.
That's D&D for you.
Alright, so let's... I forgot to roll for those two. The other riders. Oh, okay.
I just started watching NASCAR again for the first time in like maybe 3-4 years on TV, so...
You know what? I just had a thought. Whoever we raid, can our raid message be snail anxiety disorder?
Robot and Bubba, remind us later.
Oh, what's this? But Witsy's beginning to pull ahead of the pack! Followed closely by Queen's Majesty! And another round of animal handling checks.
Aw, 5.
22. Now
14.
I'm getting good rolls.
13. I'll use that d6.
7.
16.
9.
Alright, so...
Gonna say, my snail is starting to feel claws burrowing into its shell.
Alright, so... Then I gotta roll for these two. Ooh.
Bubba in chat. Post-traumatic snail disorder, PTSD.
I like snail anxiety disorder because the anagram for it is sad.
Come on, man. The first one. So what'd you do your first session? Oh, we gave snails PTSD. We made him sad.
Also, we kidnapped
Oh,
one
and-
child.
Oh, and coming on the home stretch, Wizzy's pulling ahead of the pack! One more round of animal handling checks.
Come
Right,
on, Queen's
good one.
Majesty.
12.
7.
You are
16
10.
again.
12.
you are smart, you are beautiful, and you are fast. Win this. Aw.
Alright.
I will flavor this, that way we don't have a actual, like, problem with this. May I say it while you're calculating distances?
Sure.
Since I've kind of gone from second place to last place, Predacons is literally going to give up, throw off the reins, and jump off the snail, and then have to catch up.
As you just see the snail just take off and just leaving you in the dust. Despite your best efforts to run, it's still going twice as fast as you are. Let's see. Break that. And then, all right, and going into the home stretch, it's looking pretty close. Oh, but Sola takes it!
Yay!
Sola takes it in first place, followed closely in second place by Queen's Majesty. Third place is Breakneck, as well as, actually, hold on. Third place is Quickleaf. So the fourth place is Flower Flash. And then Breakneck. Let's see. Pratt, Rudy, and actually, Rudy and Sadara, give me one more animal handling check to resolve who's gonna be in 6th and 7th for you two.
7.
I
I'm in
flick
6th
a,
place.
I flick a sucker at his head.
Alright, and then you two tie. Alright, so then you tie. Fits the last. So, first place is Sola. Second place is Dumph. Third place is. Third place is Vexa. Fourth place. That's a tie for. Yeah, tied for fourth place are Flower Flash and Breakneck. 5. So that's 6th place will be. Oh yeah, time for 6th place will be Sidara and Rudy, and then Shelly Moo up from Pratt will be last.
Wait, according to that flavor, it was Shelly Moo and then Predacast running after Shelly Moo.
No, not running.
Oh, yeah.
I will explain what Predacons is doing after. I'm going to let this play out first.
But yeah, the crowd roars in applause as Solo with Wizzy crosses the finish line first.
As they cross the line, she'll hop off of the snail and she'll just start doing this around the snail, just celebrating for him.
Let me see if I can actually still post GIFs in the D&D chat. 1 second.
Yeah, she's just dancing and fiddling around the snail. It's just going, good job, little buddy, good job, good job.
I just want to do it here.
Darn.
Roll20 has been so... It's been hit and miss with what I can share.
Alright, let's see. Oh, well done round for all of our racers! And as the goblins get down. Honestly, my friend, as they walk up to you, Prid, very sorry about coming in last place. Although
He is walking past. He is walking past them, not listening to a word they are saying, and they are getting the idea that he is very murderous right now.
I'm very sorry. Wait. At least a consolation, as the one goblin would just kind of walk up towards you and please. They appear to have a small wand, as they kind of offer it towards you.
you will see the slowly forming primal savagery thorns cease for 1 second. He was literally having both hands out, murder walking towards them, and a skull was starting to form in his smoke. He will turn and look at the wand.
It's a small wand. It's kind of got wisps of lights and flowers that are on it.
He will snort, growl, and then just start heading back to the party.
Do you
Wow.
take one?
Yes, while also looking at every snail, showing them that they were this close to death.
Oh, I'm sorry you didn't turn out the way you want to, friend, but let's hear it for our winner! And everybody starts roaring in the crowd as the two goblins point towards you, Sola.
Yeah, she's still doing that little violin dance for everybody.
And for your prize, one of the goblins will offer up a vial.
Ooh. Thank you. What is it?
Above game, this is and I'll start with predicates. Yours is a wand of dancing lights. And it has a one-time use to be able to cast a dancing lights cantrip. After that, it turns into a tulip.
He's just putting it in his belt.
And for you, Sola, you have a potion of advantage.
Ooh. Okay.
Ow.
I assume it's basically exactly what it sounds like.
Let me just go ahead and make my way to the magic items. Yeah, when you drink this potion, you gain advantage on one ability check, attack, roll, or saving throw of your choice that you make within the next hour. It takes the form of a sparkling golden mist that moves and pours like water.
Sweet. If that was a sneeze, bless you.
Thank you.
Yes, bless you.
Bless you.
Discord murdered it, so I wasn't sure.
Discord was having none of that.
All right. Just have to double check, make sure I'm not missing anything else. Prizes.
I was going to ask, do second and third get prizes?
I double checking that. And for our second and third place winners, as they look over towards Top and Vexa, each of you roll a percentile for me.
Can do. 26.
95.
26 and 95. Okay. Okay, Doff. This is interesting. You get a soot-stained sock, and as you kind of feel around, there's a nugget of coal inside of it. Above game, this is a soot-stained sock in which a nugget of coal magically appears each day at dawn.
So you now have a flail.
All right. I can set so many fires now.
And for Vexa, you gain a weak magnetic wand. So it's just a wand that's slightly magnetic.
Well, I appreciate the gesture.
Meanwhile, I just want to believe that, like, Praedykas is in front of all of the snails with, like, at least one person holding him back, just roaring at them, and they can all just hear death threats while he's, again, just shifting between phases of primal savagery.
Syndra would be
Hold him-
between you and the snails.
Yeah, you understand, he is literally just saying, the only reason I am not killing you now is because of the people here.
Yes. The sails just kind of sulk after that, and the mood just kind of begins to drop off a little bit as a bunch of goblins are just kind of like, well, I appreciate it, but could you please they just kind of gently shoot you away, pretty kids.
As he goes away, Sarah will go by each snail, patting them on the head and patting their face to say they did a good job.
Oh.
I was gonna say Dom pets Queen's Majesty, saying she did such a good job.
Alright. Yeah, that's very sweet. So, with the snail races out of the way, where do you guys want to go next?
Well, I still have my vote, but so I noticed something you don't have to say if you don't want to, but do you have a problem with pixies by any chance?
Sort of. Kind of. You know how everybody kind of seems to have, like, at least some little issue with Feywild? Pixie was
Mhm.
my issue. See, I also kind of wandered into the Feywild at some point. I got super lost. And then these little dirtbags tried to freaking make me get lost. Wouldn't help me one stinking bit, okay? I was lost for forever. And basically, I had to win my freedom. I had to win my way back home, and I don't like pixies. And then there's just one that just keeps bothering me. Just come back and yes, I have problems with pixies.
As you kind of look over, right nearby you, speaking of the Pixie Kingdom, a copse of oak trees shelters a miniaturized fairground. At its heart, a hamster runs inside a tiny Ferris wheel, encircled by minuscule wagons and candy stalls. A pixie sits cross-legged in the hollow of a tree at the entrance to this realm.
I see. Well, you know, not all pixies are that bad. I mean, I understand, of course, you'd feel that way since those were particularly mean and bullied you, but just have to know how to properly work around them. They like pranks, gifts, sweets. But I understand why you wouldn't want to go anywhere near.
Oh, I know how they work. I won a music battle against the one that led me back home. That was the deal. I beat those little dirtbags.
This Almirage is no mirage! Adorn its horn with 2 or 3 rings to win a prize! What do you do when the eye of a Cyclops falls upon you? You stare right back if you got the stamina! You hear a couple of barkers coming down from this direction.
Carnival games, seems.
Those will be fun. Above game, how many tickets or how many punches was that?
Oh, for the snail ride? Let me just double check. 1 punch from each of you for the snail ride.
Okay.
Or for the snail race.
And how many punches do we have in total before we have to use
10
another
for each ticket.
10 for each ticket.
So we have 40,
Okay,
so
so
we
we
have
have
39 more.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm doing,
So-
guys, I don't know if you guys want to copy it, but on my wherever you put the money and all that, on PP I'm putting like 3 tickets, and then on EP I'm putting like 9 punches.
I'm just putting it on my other resource.
I just put in my
I
I just put in my
them in
inventory.
Yeah. Yeah, same. And I have in my notes that I'm taking 39 punches left on tickets.
I also want to point out, we are possibly one event from the Big Top Extravaganza where we could meet Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. Which is being measured up in the top right left-hand corner.
Yeah, I did see that. I'd really like to go to the Bubble Pop Teapot, but the carnival games also sound really fun. I'm curious about that.
Well, we'll say
teapot.
this is like the start of the second hour or so. So, time's relative here. This is like 1.5, I'll say.
Okay.
Praedycots will follow the group.
The Solid Mirage is no mirage! A door is horned with 2 or 3 rings with a prize! What do you do when the eye of the Cyclops falls upon you? You stare right back if you got the stamina!
Let's go play games.
All right. Can we go to the Bubble Pop Teapot after the games?
Sure.
Alright.
About that. Did not mean to put that up there.
Alright. I assume you guys are walking to the 2 game stalls down here?
Yes, I will say Praedycots probably goes more towards the Cyclops eye.
Alright. So the first one you encounter on the left is the Almirage Ring Toss, and then right next to that, or actually no, is the Outstare the Cyclops. And the next one after that is the Almirage Ring Toss. So, who wants to do the Outstare the Cyclops, aside as well as Predicates?
Oh, I'm doing both.
Try to outstare the Cyclops. I don't feel like I'll
Alright.
be doing too well with rings.
I'll do the rings one, I think.
Alright.
I'll do the rings.
Alright,
do the
so we'll start with Predicates. Cyclops. As you each take turns, you see an illusory Cyclops appear in the stall right in front of you. And for everybody that wants to do this, I need a Constitution check from you.
17.
Con. Decent at con, also 17.
Dang it.
All right. Let's see what's DC on this. All right. Predicate and Dump. I need the 2 of you to roll a D8 for me.
All right.
Dope.
Oh, I forgot they changed up the bar here.
Oof.
2.
Okay. Predicate, as your prize for outlasting the illusory Cyclops, you get another wand.
And what does it do?
This is a wand of prestidigitation. It has 8 charges, and you expend one of the wand's charges to cast prestidigitation. The wand can't be recharged.
Okay, just like I'm having to spell out wand of prestidigitation, which is taking up a lot of inventory space just from that.
Yeah.
Dom, you get another trinket, so go ahead and roll percentile for me.
Alright, let's see what I get this time. 58.
58. Where is that table at? Uh, 58. You get a tiny beehive wig made for sprites or pixies.
How convenient.
Adorable.
Alright. Sadly, Sundar, you are not you're not able to outstare the Cyclops before you blinked.
Sad.
Well, how many ticket punches for the games?
1 punch for each.
Okie doke.
All right, next up for everybody that wants to do the Almirage ring toss. As you look at, you see this tiny little rabbit with a unicorn with a it's a wooden rabbit with a golden unicorn horn on it. And as you're staring at it, all of a sudden you see and you blink, it just teleports around the gallery inside this little stage.
Meanwhile,
So
everyone.
they hear this game.
I was just gonna say. Meanwhile, everyone has a slight flashback to Cholt.
Yep. So, as you make your way up and you present your tickets for your punches, you're offered 3 rings. I need everybody to make 3 dexterity checks for me to see if you can make your rings land.
Alright.
For the sake of confusion, should we have everybody go one by one?
Yeah, sure.
Well, there's Caitlin.
Yep, I'll let you go too. Excellent! Alright, excellent! Our tiefling friend here gets to win a prize! Next up, Rudy.
I got one.
So close, my 5 feather friend, but not quite enough. Next
Well.
up.
Nat 2016 and Nat 1.
Oh, that second one you threw was so close. You only managed to get 1. Sorry, my friend, you don't get a prize.
Creature of duality right there.
Ooh, so close on the second one, but no cigar. I'm sorry, you didn't get any rings there. Go ahead and roll a d8 for me there, Sola.
A D8, huh? Okay. Herky 4.
Ooh. Ah, very nice. And you kind of looked, the person manning this stall hands you a bottle.
Ah, good. What do we got here?
Ah, very fine bottle of Witchlight wine for you.
Oh no.
This is
Fine.
a very special bottle. Oh, this is
So
this is
let's
amazing.
So let's just getting turnt tonight.
She already had a vodka or a raspberry vodka lollipop. Now she's getting actual wine.
So,
You did-
the thing about Witchlight
Feys
wine,
down in the grass.
I was gonna say, above game with the bottle of Witchlight wine. While the bottle is uncorked, it plays calliope music until the bottle is emptied of wine.
It's amazing.
That is amazing. So she doesn't even know that. She would have probably just gone ahead and, like, uncorked it anyway.
Yep.
And then just... Ooh!
Sadaro is slowly sliced next to you.
Yes?
Can I have some?
To friendship. She'll take a swig first, and then she'll hand the bottle over.
And then I will take a swig and give you another lollipop.
Ah, sweet. That first one was really good. She'll unwrap it and pop that one in her mouth.
Ooh.
Here's
This is
my
for-
question: can I have one as well? Because I really.
And I had you one as well. 66.
Well, that's
Let-
going on just for shits and giggles. That's cool. Take another punch and try again.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, sure.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna let my cat out.
All right. Yeah, Vexa, go ahead and make those 3 dex checks for me.
17, 16, 10.
Ooh.
Oh, you managed to get the first ring, but the other 2 throws are a miss.
All right, can Brody's gonna do it again?
All right.
Damn it.
Yep, you get it on your second throw, but not the third, sadly.
Well, one more punch and then I'll call it quits.
All right.
Ooh, 11, 21, and 18.
All right, you missed your first one, but then you get the next two. It's like, we have a winner! Congratulations! Roll a D8 for me.
Four.
You also get a bottle of Witchlight wine.
I think I'll keep this. I think I'll keep this for later.
Did Rudy eat the lollipop?
He was about to. He tried to do the ring toss again, didn't get him, and then just popped the lollipop in his mouth. What type is it?
It's a rack. So it has Ray whiskey, for second bitter, sugar cube, lemon peel. And then Caitlin 66, which was a sidecar, which is cognac, triple seg, lemon juice, egg white, sugar, syrup, and orange peel.
So between the wine and the lollipops, let me know when me is starting to get affected.
I'm about to be real. You've had 2 mixed drinks and wine. You should probably start rolling.
Probably.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, give me a con save there. So
This is the person who is still on like beer 8 right now. Yeah, you fucked up.
Rye whiskey is nothing to. Rye whiskey is nothing to blink at.
Did I mess up or did I make things better? I think I made things better.
Oh yeah, you're
Meanwhile,
definitely.
Brody. Sorry.
Sila's like, I'm fine, drops to the floor.
I can stop
pass out for a
anytime I
little
want.
Sorry, what'd you say, Milla? Hold on.
You're black. I'll say you black out and pass out for a little bit, but then you manage to pick yourself up.
Yeah, no, you just see her for a moment, just like, guys, this stuff is really freaking good.
No,
I'll just sit down for else. Just shh, and she'll just smush her hand against his mouth for a moment, and then she'll just kind of flop to the floor.
I just want to
Yeah,
imagine you Family Guy fall and Prey Takash just grabs one of your horns and drags.
You Family Guy fall onto the little benches that are right in front of the 2 stalls there. Just.
I probably haven't even gone through my wine. It's just playing music in my pan right now.
Nair.
Meanwhile, Rhodey takes puts his lollipop in his mouth. Is that whiskey?
Probably.
I think you and I are gonna be friends.
I mean, my father was addicted to candy, and my mother was a bartender.
I thought you were gonna say my mother was an alcoholic. But at this point, Prey Takash would be like, we should head to the big top. It'll be our one chance to talk to the people.
Veska looks over at Sindar. You know, you piqued my curiosity. Do you have any more of those?
She smiles. You watch her push her whole arm into the bag and pull one out and hand it to you.
She'll unravel it and very, very courteously and just very casually just drop it into her mouth.
44. Pink gin.
Straight gin?
Yep.
She,
Well, if everyone... I'm sorry, go ahead.
no. So, above game, Jeff doesn't know what gin tastes like, but in game, I'm imagining just straight gin. That's because face kind of like sours only just slightly.
It's very dry.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
could be
Well, if
worse. but
everyone else is
definitely
doing
I've had
it.
better. I've never been much of a gin person.
And she looks at Dolph as she hears you speak up and smiles.
Everyone else is doing it. I'll have one.
She pulls one out of her bag and hands it to you.
He'll unwrap it and see what his is.
36 is Prosecco sour. Prosecco, simple syrup, lime juice, a splash of egg white, and lime wedges.
Bit sour. Pretty nice though. Personally, I prefer a tea, but this is pretty good.
Welcome to session 0, everybody. We're all drunk.
Meanwhile, Praedykas just flexes with his soulless horn. Are we going or not?
Huh? What?
Right.
Why are you dragging her by her horn?
She can't walk.
I got her.
You can't walk.
Sauter walks over her and throw her over her shoulder.
Wee.
you
All right. So, you guys, which direction are you guys wanting to head? Are you wanting to circle around to the bubble pop teapot for Duff, or are you wanting to?
I mean, we still have time before. We still have time before the big top.
I can only imagine in my inebriated state that the Hall of Illusions would be nothing but a good idea.
I feel like Praedykas is just trying to beeline to the big top, and everyone keeps getting ADHD and distracted. And he's just like,
Yep.
All right, so Duff, are you wanting to make your way to the bubble pop, or are you going to the Hall of Illusion?
I would like to go to bubble pop because I mean, everyone did, we did say we could do the bubble pop after the games.
I mean, it's probably the best time to do it while she's drunk. She won't remember the pixies.
See, there you go.
All right.
Also, it's closest to the big top, so it's probably a good area to go and kill time at.
All right. So, to bubble pop teapot it is then. A 20-foot tall teapot rests on a wooden platform, its painted surface whirling with moving imagery of flying dragons breathing streams of bubbles. A door at the base of the teapot allows entry to its interior. Those who enter emerge from the spout and close to the bubble that detaches to float off across the carnival. 7 goblins sit around the platform, sipping tea from mismatched porcelain cups.
Ooh. Dan's gonna run up, excited.
As you approach, there's a goblin, goes up towards you. He's wearing bright yellow butterfly wings, with a string of teaspoons around his belt. As you go to make your way, the other goblins are just kind of chattering about, sipping tea from their cups. The goblin points to the sign at the table. And the sign says, the word that you intend to say, try saying it in a different way.
Hmm. 8. He was going to say T. Said it in jumbled up.
Let's see. And I'm just trying to read this off here because I'm just trying to read. Hello, hello, double double. Are you coming for gnarly tree nuts and toil and trouble?
Sure. Do like a good tea.
I see, I see. I'll take one hole from your bramble thicket.
Hmm.
And he'll just kind of offer his hand out to you.
He will
Sorry,
hand
my sword
his
ticket.
ticket.
Yep, and you see him take his punch and he goes, come on up and go bye-bye. And he'll just go and punch your ticket as well, Sindara.
I've got a question. Is Sindara also still carrying Sola? Because this might be important.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And how about thee? As he kind of looks over towards you, Sindara. Care for a buzz around the good grounds?
Oh, is she there?
Oh,
I'm here.
talking to Sola.
Oh.
Oh, you said Sindara. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, I meant to say Sola
You
because,
did.
you know, Sindara's right, so.
Yeah. What?
Oh, you're down for a little bit of toilet trouble for the gnarly tree nut?
You talk funny.
He's
You
asking if
wanted-
you want to ride on the teapot.
Teapots aren't for
Points at the sign
riding.
that's right next to him, too. The word that you intend to say, try saying it in a different way.
You're funny.
For sure.
Sure. Funny man.
I try to lighten the food, you know?
Job you do well.
I like the cut of your jig, my friend. Here. A thrift. As he just kind of heads up a pouch towards you, Dom.
And
Insert
Dunf will
clone
take that
pie
pouch.
meme here.
What?
I'll also
What
say,
is
just for the
in-
sake of everyone who wants to do this, Prey to Cots is not going anywhere near it. He is posting up where... Oh, it's not letting me ping. I've had this problem. The single conical roof over here. He's just posted up against the wall and smoking.
Okay, so you're at that, over by the food stands next to the calliope?
No, there's the 2
Okay.
conical orange roof and the 1 conical orange roof. By the teapot.
Oh, here.
No,
Near
over,
where
over.
like the beehive
The opening.
building
The
is.
opening.
Oh, that opening there.
Oh,
Okay.
then yeah.
Yeah, he is basically at the one with the single point. And he's just smoking.
Alright. So I think you guys should have control of your tokens if you wanted to move those around.
I don't
Let me
think
see.
Nope, I
I
don't.
do not.
I do
Ha!
not
I'll
either.
have to fix that, but my apologies. I assumed you had control on that.
No worries.
Alright, so for everybody that actually we'll start off with Duff. Very
What
nice
was
set of
out?
that, very nice set of that there, Scatterleaf D. Above game, he hands you a pouch of a substance called Scatterleaf Tea.
Ooh.
As an action, the creature can scatter these tea leaves on the ground in a 5-foot radius circle, duplicating the effect of a protection from evil and good spell that lasts for 10 minutes.
Ooh.
To gain the spell's protection, the creature must stand in the circle of tea leaves. In addition, a cup of hot, delicious tea magically appears in the protected creature's hand. A pouch contains enough leaves for one use.
Heck yeah. Dumph will happily take another bag of tea leaves. How many uses was that? Just the one?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So,
Trying to think
as you
about-
guys take your places in line at the teapot, you're asked to be ushered in one by one, and we'll start with who would have been first in?
I
Would
think
it
Dolph.
been Sindar? Oh, Dolph.
Yeah, definitely Dumph.
A bubble encases you, and it slowly starts to flow up, and you feel yourself going through the spout, and you're floating in the air.
He has this look of childlike wonder as he just looks over all of the park from his position on high. And he's waving to those on the ground. And I don't know if they can hear him inside the bubble, but he's shouting, "You all look so small from up here! It's amazing!"
Slowly begin to drift this way a little bit. Sidara, you also begin to move in, and yeah, you feel yourself being encased by the bubble, and you slowly drift your way up through the spout, right behind Doff.
She smiles as she's flying up, and then she got a slowly realization that Solo's going by herself. Okay.
And then Sindar, and then I keep saying Sindar, Sola, you also begin to make your way up.
By the way, I'm just going to keep asking or acting like this until I'm told that I'm no longer drunk. So let me know.
This is fine.
And like a hamster in a hamster ball. They're just gonna try to just drift off towards, I'm going to assume, you know what, the dragonflies. She's going to try to hamster wheel her way over that way.
Towards the
if
dragonflies?
Yes.
Okay. Make me an acrobatics check.
Okay. Because I'm sure this will be fine. 10.
10. Sure enough. Yeah, you start to basically, for lack of a better term, hamster ball the bubble that you're in. And you begin to roll your way towards the dragonfly.
Oh no.
Can Praedycots roll to see that one of the friends is floating off course?
Sure, make a perception check.
This will be great. Do perception. It's persuasion. There it
I
is.
honestly have to wonder, would he care?
15.
Yeah, sure enough. You see a shimmer for a second. You see blue-haired horns in that mane that is Sola begin to roll up towards the street.
Praedycots is going to start dashing towards there, and if they get too far off course, they will use one of their Eldritch evocations to pop that bubble and try to catch them.
I wonder how long it's going to take.
Yeah. And the rest of you notice this. As you
Cinder
guys are
looks
floating around, you do see Sola also rolling her bubble and making her way over that way.
Sidera looks at it and wonders how long it's going to take her to throw up. after this break.
What do you guys want to do as you're in the bubble?
I
Brody
guess
was
we're
gonna end the
try.
bubble, by the way.
Yep. Yeah, if you
I
guys
guess we're
want to
gonna
chase
try
after
and
her
chase
or
after
go
her.
somewhere else, I'll need acrobatics checks.
Well, that's a 10.
11.
Also 11.
And then Rudy.
That's because I'm used, but it's eventually it's like "Huh,
6.
probably do something about this.
Yep.
Above game, like Brody is actually very happy about this being in the bubble because as a Kenku, he's a bird, but he can't.
You're
Rudy.
That's why.
Rudy, you try your best to try and spin the bubble in order to catch up, but you still manage to find yourself drifting away from your friends as everyone else begins to chase off with and follow Sola.
I also have one quick question, just because, again, this is going to get very dangerous mechanic-wise. How high up are they?
I can't move like joking, by the way.
I can't either.
Yeah, Noah's
Yeah.
moving everyone.
Yeah, I'm moving everyone around.
Mm.
Let's see. You're all about 30 feet up in the air at this point. As you begin to float basically right around the big top at this point, Rudy, as everyone else begins to make their way over. I'll start describing the big top for Rhodey, and then I'll go into describing everything else you see that direction, and that'll be probably a good place to call the session for tonight. So, for Rhodey, the roof of this big tent reaches towards the night sky in 3 swooping peaks topped with spinning gold stars. Painted wooden panels on the tent's walls whirl with colorful motion, displaying vibrant circus performances. The sound of music and laughter drifts out through the canvas door. And for everyone else, as you begin to make your way towards the Dragonfly rides, the huge lily pads rest on the surface of a pool glistening with phosphorescent algae. Giant dragonflies use the lily pads as landing platforms, buzzing loudly overhead with wings as brilliant as stained glass windows, and alighted briefly to drop off and pick up excited passengers. Near the entrance, a small smiling tree turns your way and beckons you over. A familiar tree, in fact, along with a red squirrel that clings to its leafy canopy, peering at you suspiciously. And one by one, as you each make your way to about the Dragonfly rides, we'll start with Sola. Your bubble pops. But you would expect yourself to fall quickly, but instead, you float down effortlessly as you manage to land right in front of the entrance of the Dragonfly rides. And one by one, as all of your bubbles pops, and you all land in front of the Dragonfly rides, that is where we're going to end our session for
Can
tonight.
I add one bit of flavor?
Sure.
I want to imagine that Pray to Kosh just catches everyone. He was
Where did-
prepared.
is-
He was
can
literally
Brody
prepared to
try
pop your
real
bubble
quick?
in the air and catch you.
As
I roll real quick to see if I can try to get back over with them.
Give me one more acrobatics check then, Rudy.
I'm like, why not? Let's see. 13.
I'll say with your effort, I'm willing to compromise. You make your way to about the Calliope, and then your bubble pops, and then you effortlessly float down and land right next to the Calliope. A merry tune spills forth from an instrument on the back of a brightly painted wagon. A monkey wearing a cloak covered with buttons turns a handle at the wagon's rear, sending music into the air from rows of golden whistles. As you watch, a goblin dressed as a ladybug toddles up to you, rattling a tin cup. And we'll end off with, unless anybody has anything else to do, I think that's where we'll actually end the session proper tonight.
That's good for me. That's why to make sure I got closer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Not how I saw things going, but this is interesting.
Yeah. I'm having a great time at the carnival.
I miss causing chaos on purpose.
Listen, we needed Wick energy very bad, especially after they were gone.
Yep.
And I help.
Yeah.
Hoshi, I'm gonna be honest. I knew that you and Kayla would get along.
Mm.
Well, that being said, how about we start going around the horn? Milla, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, sure. Hello. Thanks for hopping in on this first session of Phase of Our Lives, everybody. But you can't find me here every other Tuesday. You can find me on Twitter at MillenNinjaNerd. You can find me on Twitch, sometimes at MillenNinja, where I sometimes stream games, I sometimes build stuff. You can also find me opposite of this at twitch.tv/LeJake, where we play through Trials of Edos, Legacy of the Dealbreakers, Act 2. The party in that campaign has investigated a supposed stronghouse that may or may not contain a secret entrance to the underground, where they need to delve down and find their missing contact, as well as pick up on a drop location for a mysterious object and letter. If you want to figure out what that is, tune in then and find out. And with that note, I need to turn in because I need to be up at work at 6. So thanks again, everybody, and have a good night.
Night.
Good night.
was
And
gonna
as
say,
I
like,
bounce out, I will say, Draco, go.
Yes. Oh, right. Hey, everyone. You can catch me on the bird site, the butterfly site as Draco Magnius, and here on Twitch as Draco Magnius. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. Like I said at the beginning, crosscodes on Monday. Tuesday, we're here and also doing party games next week. Wednesday will be Triforce Heroes, where I have to go through more of the desert and into the ruins. Thursday, you can catch me in DeLuna playing through Kingdom Hearts 3D, in which we are going back to Traverse Town and trying to figure out what the deal is over there so we can go to the new worlds that we have to go through. And last but certainly not least, on Friday, you can catch myself, Royal Hoshi, Lost Knights, yelling at me, Rod and Rod, and Onyx Locket, as we play our D&D game there, Odyssey, A Rhapsody of Fire. Our heroes have gone down into the lost city of the Sirens, where they need to get the Promethean Flame, which supposedly was eaten by the Scylla. Will they be able to make this deep dive and beat that horrifying monster at the bottom depths of the ocean? You'll have to tune in to find out. But with that said and done, Hoshi, think fast!
Hey, okay. Hello, I'm Royal Hoshi. You can find me on Blue Sky and on Twitter. And here on Twitch as well as Royal Hoshi. You can also find me on Draco's channel on Fridays with Odyssey of the Rhapsody. Chaco, you.
Hello, I'm Choco. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at Choco Zombie 101. I stream whenever I feel like it, and I'm currently jobless right now, so I'm going to try to stream more often during the weeks until I can find work. I've been playing Yakuza Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I'm probably going to go back to that at some point. I've also streamed 2K24, WWE 2K24, with the eFed that myself and DeLuna are a part of. Stay tuned to those. Tuesdays here, twitch.tv/BurnOutVaughn for A While Beyond the Witchlight. Saturdays, myself and Dolan over on twitch.tv/TwitchPerson for Power Rangers Cyberstrike, our Power Rangers tabletop game where I play our Red Ranger, Marika Hammond. I don't know if we're gonna have a session this weekend or not, so stay tuned. Kaylin, go.
Hello, I'm Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky, stuff, all there. Commissions are open, so if anybody wants any paintings or anything done like that, you can find all my information there. Yeah. You didn't do it yours yet, right?
No.
Okay, you're next.
Hello, my name is Dylan13. Find me on Twitter at Dylan1338 and Twitch, Blue Sky, and YouTube at Dylan13. Everyone else said everything I'm a part of, so who's last?
Just me. Hi, you've already found me here at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. You can find me everywhere else at Burnout Vaughn except on Patreon, where it's Burnout's Bar. Look forward to Saturdays, our next session, where it will be me doing, all of us doing Saved by the Spell. After that, we have Those Who Wander on Sunday, and I already know who we're going to raid, and I know where our message is going to be, so give me 1 second here to do all that. So we're going to raid one Distortion Devil. And our message is going to be sad, snail anxiety disorder. So let's just wait for that to load up. We want to thank you all for coming out. We will talk to you all later. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Night, everybody.